Welcome to the trailer for Anthropology 1208, Prehistoric Technology, Ancient China. I'm talking with the instructor, Professor Rowan Flad. Rowan, could you tell us what inspired you to offer this class?
This course is a combination of two themes that I think are very important for people to understand, one of which is the history of East Asia and China specifically, which is an area of the world that has increasing significance for everyone on our planet and in our country to understand about the history of. And so the other element of this course focuses on prehistoric technology. I'm a scholar who is very interested in understanding technological change in the past. And as may be obvious to all of you, technological change is something that we are constantly confronted with in our daily lives and in our own being in the world in which we live. But technological change is not something that's unique to the modern world, but is something that happened periodically and continuously throughout human history everywhere. So understanding technological change and the way in which technologies shape and are shaped by the human experience is something that's really fundamental to understanding what it is to be a human.
What do you expect that a student that enrolls and completes this class will take away with them after it's finished?
So in relationship to the general theme of the course, I hope that a student will learn something they didn't know previously about East Asia. And I also expect that they'll have a new perspective on what technology is and how technology changes. So those two themes in the course are both themes that I think we all have something more to learn about, even if we are well steeped in either ancient Chinese history or in science and technology studies. The emphasis of the course is really interrogating those two themes and their relationship. And so I expect the students will have a better understanding of changes in ancient society more broadly, but also an understanding of the way certain transitions happen in East Asian history. And I understand and I believe that most students will come away thinking about technology differently.
Could you say something about the practicalities of the class? Like, what will students actually be doing during the course of this semester?
The course is designed around readings each week that we will do together and we will talk about in class. And it will be a mixed sort of semi-lecture discussion style course where we will, the students are expected to have read the article or two that are assigned each week or each day of class. We meet twice a week. And so for each meeting, you'll have read a couple of articles and we will talk about them in order to help make sure that you understand both the historical background that is being discussed and the way in which archaeologists generally understand technology and technological change. So we're going to interrogate each of these articles. There's no expectation that you will have any background in either Asian studies nor in archaeology to take this class. And so in order to help you understand those readings, I'm going to be kind of leading a discussion, providing additional background, trying to frame it so that we come away from each class session with you really having a better sense of where the authors of these readings are coming from and how it is that we come to understand aspects of the ancient world through archaeological data. Each week, we will have one short essay that will be the one primary grading component of the class. So all of the students in the class will be engaged in creating a small exhibit in the Peabody Museum using Peabody collections. But we'll select a number of objects as a group, and you will then be able to write a label for one or two of the objects that will go in this exhibit. And then at the end of the semester, the exhibit will be put up in the Peabody Museum. In relation to the objects that are selected, each of the students is going to then write an essay for the class that will relate to some theme about prehistoric technology in relation to Chinese archaeological material.
Could you give us a particularly vivid example or a case study into sort of issues of ancient China that the class will be interrogating?
We will look at jade and bronzes, which are the kind of preeminent elite objects in ancient Chinese civilization in many ways. They become status symbols in various types, in various communities within ancient China. And we are very lucky here at Harvard to have an incredible collection of ancient jades and ancient bronzes from China in the Harvard Art Museum's collection. So one of the weeks we will be going to visit the Harvard Art Museums, going to the exhibit that's on display there and seeing what it is that's on display. And then we'll have the opportunity to go into a study room and see some of the enormous collection of jades and bronzes that are not on display and are in the collections of the art museum.
And one last question, always of interest to students. How will they be evaluated in the course?
There will be weekly papers, and you will be writing papers each week that will be part of the grade. I expect students to attend class and participate. So there's a participation part of the grade as well. And then in association with the museum assignment, students are writing this final paper and they will give a short presentation on that paper. So a bit more than half of the grade is related to the combination of museum assignment, short presentation, and final paper. And the other half is based on the weekly papers and the participation.
I'm talking with Professor Rowan Flad, who is offering Anthro 1208, Prehistoric Technology, Ancient China. Check it out this fall when we're all back on campus. Thanks for listening.